What is happening, everybody? This is Dave Croft, and welcome back to another Q review where I feature a Q written by a member of the 52 Qs community and give feedback like you might hear from a music supervisor or a library. So we are checking out Ascension, written by Jake Cox. This is an uplifting piano and orchestral Q, and so we are going to take a listen to it and then talk about it on the other side. That was Ascension from Jake Cox. This was sent along during our week 41 weekly feedback threads. We put weekly feedback threads together every single week. That is open to everybody, and it's free to join us. Why don't you join us over at 52 Qs? Jake, thank you so much. I absolutely enjoyed this, and this piano part here at the top. This is like straight out of the Alan Silvestri playbook, which I love. It's like a little bit of Silvestri, a little bit of Thomas Newman. Yeah, those are two of my my absolute composer heroes, and I thought you did a fantastic job with this. Love the ostinatos here. A little part right in here. The piano feels a little dry. I don't know if we need to connect the notes a little bit or maybe some sustain pedal. They feel a little too detached. So I would watch out for that. They just feel a little bit too detached. Also, watch the reverb on that low tom, the low kind of hit. It's feeling a little boomy. In fact, we can kind of isolate. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. We can isolate this to get kind of a feel. Just, you might not be able to hear this, but it's just feeling a little rumbly and a little boomy here. So I would be careful as far as the EQ, just on those hits. I think this is all working. It's a nice build. Maybe bring the strings out a little bit more as we ramp up. Nice stop down edit point. And I felt the rhythmic drive kind of stall out a little bit here. And I felt, we were going to these big sustained sounds, which work. And I think if we wanted to do that, what we could do is pull the energy back a little bit, right? So we have it build up through here, pull the energy back, introduce the choir, introduce the sustained sounds, maybe bring the percussion back, and then when we bring the string ostinatos in a little bit later, that's going to hit a little bit harder. Or conversely, we could just skip ahead and go right to that spot. Let's see if I can't kind of fake this a little bit to see how this would sound. This is going to be rough, but just going to skip over that. One. Yeah, that kind of works. But what I didn't like, like I said, we lost the rhythmic engine that's really kind of driving it. So a couple of different solutions. As I mentioned, we can pull the percussion back and just go for kind of wash, floating, and then push forward when we bring in the string ostinatos. Or we can bring in the string ostinatos a little bit sooner so that we have somewhere to go. And I would change a chord. I would go to a 5 sus chord here. You're landing on tonic. And I think if we waited for tonic, then when we finally hit it later, it's going to make it that much sweeter. So I would go to a 5 sus 4 chord resolving to the sus, and then the 6 to the 4 to the 1. 6, 4, and maybe the 1 here. I would add a different chord right there. Maybe, let's see, what key are we in? Oh, that's the wrong instrument here. Let me get a piano loaded in. All right, so we're in B flat. So what chord could we use instead here? I'm suggesting going to the 5, but instead we go. We could go up to or down to the C minor. Or yeah, try that. I don't know if I like that. We could go up to the D minor here, and then up to the. Ooh, I like that. That was going up to the 3. Go to the D minor, and then. So B flat, G minor to the E flat. Then we can go to and then go to the G minor, boom, boom, and then the big sus chord. And don't resolve to tonic, don't resolve to tonic. You want the, and then the resolution happens when you come in back with the piano motif from the beginning. And and I love that descending kind of floating, floating feather. Again, Silvestri. Can we introduce that idea? Bum, 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 bum. Can we add those earlier? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 or something like that. Have that floating motif, and I think that's going to be an extra gear that we can add when we go to the very end, because I feel like we need just a little bit more juice. And if we borrow that floating piano motif, then I think that's going to work well. Hit tonic. You gotta hit the tonic here. Maybe even like nice and, that's a little bit too low. Maybe open fifth. That could work too. But yeah, definitely want to hit tonic there. But I did enjoy this. The title is called Ascension, which feels a little arty, and that's okay. One-word titles I have found to be a relatively tough sell, but I would give it a little bit more like maybe Ascension Rising, or Ascended Consciousness, or I like the word Ascension. I would make Ascension kind of the cornerstone there. If this was yours living on an album of Jake's music, then I think that would be fine. But as it is, for a production cue, it paints a picture, but it doesn't necessarily set a scene, if that makes any sense. But Jake, thank you so much for sending this along. Like I said, this was sent along during our week 41 weekly feedback thread, and we put weekly feedback threads together every single week. And if you would like to have your cue featured here on the 52 Cues YouTube channel, then head over to 52 Cues, join up. It's free, because I will be choosing one of these cues to feature next week. And if you enjoyed that and you would like feedback on your own cues, then head over to 52cues.com/coaching. Lots of different ways that you could get feedback, whether you order up a feedback video, ordering up a one-on-one coaching session, signing up for our mastermind, or joining us over at 52 Cues as a neighbor, friend, or family subscriber with things like workshops, feedback session, other Zoom sessions, composing live streams, and a ton more. We'd love to see you over there. But that's going to do it for me. I hope you are doing well, and I hope that was helpful for you. Until next time, peace.